Good day, learners. Our subject for today is English 5 for quarter 4, week 1. And our topic is using verbal and non-verbal cues in a TV broadcast. For the most essential learning competencies, use verbal and non-verbal cues in a TV broadcast. In for target audience, in for purposes of the visual media. To begin another milestone in English 5, this lesson will prepare you for your advanced lesson in analyzing visual and multimedia elements. Today, you will identify, distinguish, and utilize visual media tools in terms of television broadcasting in identifying and using various and appropriate verbal and nonverbal cues. In this lesson, you are expected to first use verbal and nonverbal cues in a TV broadcast. Next, infer target audience. And third, infer purposes of the visual media. Whenever you watch TV for a news broadcast, what do you observe about the presenters or broadcasters? Do they make you understand the news clearly and effectively? Why? Television is one of the most powerful tools in communicating information, especially in news broadcasting. TV news broadcast is considered the most frequent and trusted source of information. Communication is simply the act of transferring information from one place to another. Communications can be spoken or verbal communication. It can be face to face, through telephone, radio, or television, and other media or non-verbal communication like body language, gestures, how we dress or act, our scent. In a television broadcast, the director should use a series of standards, calls, and set procedures to direct the efforts of the video crew. A consistency of protocol allows the crew to anticipate their responsibilities by following standard operating procedures with clearly defined and universally understood jargon. Here are some of the verbal cues used in a television broadcast. We have standby, speed up, okay, stretch or slow down, and keep talking on time. We have also cue, come closer, go back, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 4 minutes countdown, and you are in a camera, and cut. And these are the nonverbal cues used in a television broadcast. We have this signal, which is standby. We have also this signal, speed up, and this gesture, okay. Another gesture is means stretch or slow down. We have also this gesture which means keep talking. Another one is on time. We have also this signal which means cut and this hand gesture which means come closer. We have also this gesture which means go back. Another gesture which means stop, don't move. We have also this signal, 30 seconds. And we have also this one which means 15 seconds. We have also this hand signal, which means 4-minute countdown. And the last one, we have this, you are in a camera. For learning task 1, directions, use the appropriate verbal or nonverbal cues in the following television broadcast situations. Choose your answer from the given choices. Do this in your notebook. So here are the choices. Keep talking, cut, you are in the camera, stand by, 30 seconds. And here are the sentences. Number 1, the director signals the anchor to look at the camera. Number 2, the director wants everybody in the set to stand by in 1 minute. Number 3, the director signals to stand by in 30 seconds. Number 4, there is a remaining time in the set. The director wants the anchor to talk more and spend the time left. Number 5, this means over. Cut the show and it is finished. Let us now answer learning task 1. For number 1, is your answer you are in a camera? Then you are correct. For number 2, if your answer is standby, you are also correct. Number 3, if your answer is 30 seconds, you got it. Number 4, if your answer is keep talking, you are correct. And number 5, this means over, cut the show when it is finished. The answer is cut. For learning task 2, directions, have you ever watched a game or a sports competition aired live on TV? Create a sportscast script. Memorize and practice delivering it. Be guided on the use of verbal and nonverbal cues in a television broadcast. Use the following rubric below as guide standard in writing a script. So we have the rubric for sportscast writing. So we have the following criteria: content and relevance of ideas, organization of ideas, language, and persuasion. So you will get 4 points if the sportscast script is rich with ideas that are all relevant to the team. Ideas are logically presented, shows clarity, and is effective in delivering the message, and there is no error in grammar. Highly persuasive. You will get 3 points if the sportscast script contains lots of ideas that are mostly relevant to the team. Most of the ideas are logically presented, and most of the time they engage the readers. And mostly clear and effective, there is an error or two in grammar. Most of the parts of this sportscast script are persuasive. And you will get 2 points if the sportscast script has many ideas, but most of these ideas do not show relevance to the team. Some ideas are logically presented, somewhat clear and a bit effective, and there are 3 to 4 errors in grammar. Some parts of the sportscast script are persuasive, and you will get 1 point if the sportscast script lacks content and the few that are not relevant to the team. The ideas do not show logical connection. It is not clear and effective. There are more than 4 errors in grammar, and the sportscast script does not persuade. Please remember that speakers use verbal and nonverbal cues to convey meaning. TV broadcasting is the distribution of video or other messages to a dispersed audience via television. And a verbal cue is a prompt that is conveyed in spoken language from one person to another or a group of people. Another thing that you must remember, Nonverbal cues includes all the communications between people who do not have a direct verbal translation. Their body movements, body orientations, nuances of the voice, facial expressions, details of the dress and choice and movements of objects that communicate. And in TV broadcasting, verbal and nonverbal cues are used. For the assessment, directions, write a dialogue in your notebook about the current community quarantine status in your locality. Choose and use verbal cues below and then continue the sentence. Pretending you are a TV news anchor, make use of and guided by the given below. So here is the sample dialogue. Lucenahin, bida ka. So the anchor, today we shall discuss about the current community quarantine status in Barangay Bara, Lucena City. We are fortunate to have with us a very special guest for this morning segment, Lucenahin Bidaka. To introduce, she is the barangay captain of Bara, Honorable Amelia P. Sobreviñas. Good morning, Mr. B. It's nice to be in here in your program. First of all, how is your locality responding to COVID-19 pandemic? As the head of your barangay, what measures and interventions do you employ as coping mechanisms? And to recap, since the start of pandemic, we have been imposing stricter safety and health protocols in our barangay. We have been implementing and monitoring curfew hours to limit local transmissions. So far, our constituents have been responding well to that campaign. And that is why, as a result, your barangay is one of the fewest COVID cases in our city. Congratulations! And the verbal cues we have today, we shall discuss. In conclusion, to summarize, to introduce, to recap, to review, first of all, our topic is in the following order: next, as a result, then. So you will make your own dialogue. And here is the rubric for writing a dialogue. So you have there the indicators and the points. So you will get 5 points if most of the conversations show verbal and nonverbal cues and are legibly written. And you will get 4 points. Some of the conversations show verbal and nonverbal cues and are legibly written. And you will get 3 points. Few of the conversation show verbal, non-verbal cues and but are not legibly written. And you will get 2 points. Most of the conversation do not show verbal and non-verbal cues and are not legibly written. And you will get 1 point if no written dialogue. And that concludes our topic about using verbal and non-verbal cues in a TV broadcast. That's all for today. Thank you and God bless everyone.